Tune Tales and More, where every tune tells a tale.
The Brave Little Dragon and the Lost Flame. Once upon a time, in a land full of towering mountains and swirling mist, there was a young dragon named Ember. Ember was different from the other dragons. She was smaller and had trouble controlling her flame. While the other dragons could breathe fiery blasts that could light up the sky, Ember's flame was often unpredictable. Sometimes it blazed brightly, and other times it flickered out completely. Despite her struggles, Ember was determined to prove that she had what it took to be a great dragon. Every day, she practiced, trying to control her fire. But the more she tried, the more frustrated she became. The other dragons teased her, saying she was too small to have a powerful flame like theirs. One day, the wise and ancient dragon, Ignis, called all the dragons together. "A great storm is coming," Ignis warned. "This storm is unlike any other we have seen before. It will steal our flames, and if we don't act, our home will be lost forever." The dragons began to murmur nervously. They had never faced such a threat. "What if my flame goes out?" one dragon asked. "What if I can't protect my family?" another worried. Ember listened closely, her heart pounding. She had never been a dragon of great strength, but she knew she had to do something. With a deep breath, she stepped forward and spoke up. "I may not be the strongest dragon, but I will help. I have an idea to save our home." The older dragons looked at her with disbelief. "Little Ember," one dragon scoffed, "your flame is weak. How could you help us?" But Ember refused to be discouraged. "I believe in my fire," she said. "I may be small, but my heart is strong. Please, let me try." The older dragons didn't believe her. But Ignis, who had seen wisdom beyond his years, nodded. "You may try, young one, but remember the storm is powerful. And your flame must be stronger than ever." With a determined nod, Ember spread her wings and flew high into the sky, past the thick clouds and into the heart of the storm. The wind howled, and the rain lashed against her scales, but Ember kept going. The storm was fierce, and she could feel the strength of the wind trying to push her back, but she didn't give up. She thought of the flame inside her, the fire that burned with a light of its own, even though it was small. She remembered something her mother had told her when she was just a hatchling. True strength doesn't come from the size of your flame, but from the heart that controls it. Ember closed her eyes and focused on her fire. Slowly, she began to breathe out flames. At first, the fire flickered weakly, but she didn't let that stop her. She concentrated harder, and with each breath, the flames grew brighter and steadier. She could feel the warmth in her heart growing as the fire inside her grew stronger. The storm tried to blow her flames out, but Ember's fire burned through the wind and rain. She pushed on, higher and higher, breathing fire to push back the dark clouds. The storm raged, but Ember's heart burned brighter with each challenge. The other dragons had been right about one thing. Her flame might not have been as big as theirs, but it was steady and full of courage. As she soared through the sky, Ember's flames lit up the clouds, creating paths of light that cut through the storm. She focused on clearing the sky so that her home and all the creatures below would be safe. After what felt like hours, Ember could see the storm finally beginning to weaken. The clouds parted and the sun began to break through the sky. Ember landed back on the mountaintop, her wings tired, but her heart full of pride. The storm had been pushed back, and the flames of the other dragons were safe once again. When Ember returned to the other dragons, they were in awe. "Ember, you did it! You saved us!" they cried. "We fought the storm with your fire, and now our home is safe." Ember smiled and shook her head. "It wasn't just my flame that did it," she said. "It was the courage in my heart. I may be small, but I knew that I could make a difference if I believed in myself." The older dragons realized that Ember had shown them something they had forgotten. True strength isn't always about size or power. It's about believing in yourself and having the courage to face your fears, no matter how big they are. From that day on, Ember was known as the bravest dragon of all. The dragons learned that no matter how small or weak you may feel, courage and determination are what truly make you strong. Moral of the story is, true strength doesn't come from the size of your flame, but from the courage in your heart. So kids, can somebody tell me what we have learned today?
What we have learned is, true strength comes from believing in yourself, no matter how small you may feel. Courage, determination, and a kind heart can help you overcome even the biggest challenges.
Enjoyed the story? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more magical stories every week.